know all y'all ladies, all y'all gents went through the emotions. Okay, teenage years, 20s, Whatever state you in life, you need to listen to this.
Ooh, come back, baby, come back. Ooh, yeah, you gotta come back. You know you want to.
Hey guys, it's your girl Leah Sierra, and I am back with another video. And no, it's not music this time, because I know that most of my videos are music, and I will be putting out more music, but nope, this is just a video on living in your 20s. Okay, so living in your 20s. So I'm currently 25. So no, I haven't lived throughout my whole 20s, but I would say that I've learned definitely a lot. I've been living on my own since I was 19 years old, and I will say that it has been a journey, it has been an experience. I have been through the ups and the downs and the roundabouts and whatnot. So this is just my experience that I've experienced so far, and then I have advice for wherever you are in life. Because honestly, I feel like I went through everything in just 25. I mean, I can't say every single thing, but I feel like I went through all the emotions. And I know all y'all ladies, all y'all gents went through the emotions. Okay, teenage years, 20s, Whatever state you in life, you need to listen to this. Don't mind my background, guys. It's the daytime, so I wanted to get a little bit of sunlight in here, but next time I will, you know, switch things up. Okay. All right. Wanted to give you all a little bit of brightness or whatever. And I've currently been living by myself for 2 years, and I've actually really, really, really enjoyed the experience. I'm just going to give you guys a little rundown from my experience, and then definitely get into the advice on how it can pertain to you. I feel like I felt every emotion, okay? And maybe you did too, but felt every emotion as a young adult. I was born and raised in Philly, so you know how that could be. Or for some of you guys that aren't from Philly, you might not know, but it's a little. When I was 19 years old, I got kicked out of the house, and over some UGG boots. Um, Shout out to my mom if you're watching this. I still love you. Um, but basically, I had to figure things out. I already had I already met up with a friend in college. I was already in college at the time, and I did meet a friend in that I knew from high school, and we got an apartment together. So I lived with three other roommates. So I was renting out a room. At the time, rent was only $450 a month, which is sounds like a dream in today's society. But I could not even at the time afford that. Could not even afford $450 in rent at the time. So I began being a medical assistant at 21. I was also I had my first medical assistant job 20 going on 21. So I felt like that was a little mini career that I was having. At the time when I did have that apartment that was 450, I was a caregiver on top of going to school to be a medical assistant. So when I tell you your girl was broke in her early 20s, your girl was broke. Like I was broke. Okay? Couldn't even afford $450 for my rent. Okay? I wish my rent now was $450. I would probably pay months in advance, honestly. That was my rent now. But so some of you guys already have been through this, but I had a little boyfriend at the time. He was 8 years my senior, and so at the time I was dating him because yeah, he was 8 years my senior, and he was very adamant on me living with him. I did not want to live with him, of course, and I just wanted to have that experience on living on my own. Basically, I've always been an independent woman. I've always grew up as an independent child, so that's basically why I was already looking for apartments on my own even before my mother kicked me out. After that, I moved in with my aunt and my cousin after my lease was up because I could not afford to live on my own. And then I was living with her for about a year, and it was really, I really felt like I was invading space. I was invading my cousin's space even in the second time around. So my boyfriend at the time got a new apartment. The bills were really low. He said that I only had to pay for electric and gas, and so I thought it was a really good deal, and that's what I did. Fast forward. Don't recommend. Don't recommend living with the boyfriend, especially somebody that is a crazy person. But again, I'm still dealing with him because I was being dumb and I was, broke. So it was like keeping him around. I broke up with him when I was 21. So when I was ready to move out, so right before my 21st birthday, I moved back in with my aunt, and that's when I met a new lover. So, my aunt was cool with it. Had my little new boo coming over, emotions was a little high over that honeymoon stage. I really, really liked him. He wasn't a crazy person like my ex was. And so, after a year of living with her again, me and my new boyfriend decided to get a house. It was very, very nice. But that's when my mental issues started. I still was carrying a lot of that negative energy from that last relationship, I would say, so I can't completely blame him. Um, but I felt lonely in my own house. I was miserable. Um, the new boyfriend wanted to like go out all the time. He was a music producer. So, he spent a lot of his time in the studio. I was working on music as well, and I felt like he wasn't inviting me a lot to like his music production and stuff because I wanted to learn a lot too. And I don't know. I honestly felt like he was being a hater, but but I went to go venture off in music on my own. So I definitely found like the right engineers for myself, stuff like that. That's another story for another video. But basically, I lived with him, and we had a 2 bedroom. So if I was mad at him, I did sleep separately, stuff like that. So that was a good idea. Um, I was going through school too. I was going to community college for nursing. So, for any of my nurse majors out there, y'all know how stressful that could be. Oh my gosh. Like, when I tell you that was the most stressful and like probably the most stressful and depressing part of my life. Like it was like it's crazy. Now, kudos to y'all if y'all don't feel like that. If y'all are nursing majors, I really praise y'all for that because it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of concentration. It takes a lot of memory to maintain that. And it was like and then COVID happened. COVID was happening around that time as well. So, like, I'm not an online learner. I'm not a reader learner. I'm more of a you show me and I learn. So it was really hard to not get on that classroom teaching because all my school life I was in a classroom. So it was just, it was just not for me. But it was adding that on top of the relationship stress that I was going through. So it was very depressing. But yeah, but I was proud of myself for having a little mini career. I went to a technical school for medical assisting. But the reality was when I first started, like my first job, I only was getting paid 13 an hour. Yeah, 13 an hour. That's like chump change today. But back then I guess it was fine. Like I said, I was living with my boyfriend at the time. So we had split rent. We had split all the bills basically. So it was fine for the time being. That was like 21 to 22 ish. Yeah, 21, 22. Yeah, what age was I when we broke up? Oh, we broke up when I was 23. So yeah, so it was all the way to like 23. Up October of 2021. Oh my gosh, so long ago. Yeah, October 2021. And he cheated on me, walked in him cheating on me. So yeah, I was pretty depressed. But I haven't been like through like a breakup like that since high school. And then like for you to like walk in on your partner like cheating on you, that's like a different type of hurt. Like I would feel like that was like the first time in my life I've ever felt insecure. What emotions do we have now? All right, so emotions I went over so far telling the story is being broke, being depressed, being vulnerable, like, not being independent like you really wanted to, relying on other people, range of emotions. And then COVID, I'll put that in there as like an emotion because, I was working throughout the whole pandemic, but COVID really hit me learning wise. So I would say that, but everybody went through their emotions with COVID. All right, so let's fast forward. I've been a medical assistant since I was 21. Now I am 25 and I'm still a medical assistant. I actually just got a really, really good job at a popular hospital down here. And I'm actually getting paid like, grown woman money. I call it like grown woman money now. Okay, so what you learn from this story? Life is about trial and error. Okay, trial and error. As you can see, I went through. First of all, oh, and let me tell you, I'm not in school anymore either. I did not graduate from school, and that's okay. You know, say that you're a college student now and you feel like school is not for you. That is okay. When you feel like that you can't afford your rent right now, that is okay. You know why? As long as you keep striving, as long as you keep going, I had, and don't get me wrong, back in those times, I was like, I was so depressed. I was begging God to take my life away. That's how bad it was. And when I tell you, like all the times that I did, I reflect on that. I'm like, wow, God, this is really where I came from. If you in your 20s or in your early 20s and you're living with your parents right now, that is okay. While you're living with your parents though, you should be striving for the next chapter. I don't recommend you living with your parents forever. Now, your mom gonna keep you forever and your best friends, go right ahead, girl. But if you don't like your parents' rules and you just want to get out of that situation, take advantage of it. That's what I did with my ex-boyfriend. I took advantage of that situation. Not saying that I was using him for money, but I saw the opportunity there. I saw the opportunity there, and I'm like, you know what? He might be acting like a little crazy person right now, but I'm gonna get out of this relationship because I'm not finna be with this forever. There's always gonna be trial and error. Now, I'm not here to tell you on this video that your life is gonna be perfect because I'm giving you this advice. No, it's not. I'm telling you this because yes, I do recommend that you get an education. You don't gotta be in college. You don't even gotta be a technical school like I did. Get an education on something, whether it be a influencer, whether it's marketing online. The internet is really, really big these days. Okay, especially YouTube. Child, most of the stuff that I learned, like my nails, look at my nails. Aren't they cute? I didn't learn any of these skills until I went on YouTube. I did these lashes. Look at my lashes. YouTube, TikTok. Ain't nobody taught me nothing. Even with my ex-boyfriend, with how successful he was a mechanic. He was flipping homes. He was getting doing rentals. I didn't learn about none of this from him because he wanted to be selfish with his knowledge. I would have been 10 times over than what I am at an earlier age. But it's not too late. Don't ever think that's too late. Like I said, if you pass 25, it's still not too late. You have plenty of time. I worked in a pediatric office. I've seen moms and dads that didn't start being moms and dads till they was like 38. True story. Like if it can, like I said, people think that because you're not here in life at a certain age that you're a failure. No, you're not a failure. Make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe to Leah Sierra, and I will be making more content on real estate, building your credit, beauty, lifestyle vlogs. So follow me along my journey. I bet you guys you will learn something, and I'm out. I'll see you in my next video.